Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to take a journey from Anse to Etang, which leads us to St. Andrews, where we're going to take a shortcut from Balthazar area that's going to lead us into Qua Qua. That road is called Bull Hill Road, Windsor Road. So recently gas price has drastically increased from $16 and some cents to $17.20 per gallon. So this morning I filled up the tank from halfway to full, which takes about 4 gallons, so that equates to roughly $68. So we're gonna take a drive around, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the viewing. We are just driving along Anse Main Road. Anse has been a very popular area that many people visit. We have the Anse Beach. We have several malls in that area, Anse Shopping Center and Spice Isle Mall. Also Wall Street, which has several businesses in that area, and also the selling of street food that is quite delicious. Up on the left, you can see the entrance to Silver Sands, one of the most luxurious hotels on the island. My viewers, if you have not yet subscribed and you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get all my future posts. By now you have noticed that the video is an hour long. I encourage you to stay to the end to listen to an interesting story and experience I had. Guys, if you're interested in more content, you can check out Daniel's Twitter. She's on YouTube and she has very interesting content for you. Kirani James Boulevard was formerly known as Lagoon Road. Kirani James, if you haven't heard about him, if you're not Grenadian, he is one of the world's fastest 400-meter runner. As we go along our journey, I will show you the entrance to several waterfalls and places you can go to enjoy. Dear viewers, if you know the names of certain places, you can leave the name with a timestamp below in the comment section below. If you're still watching and you enjoy what you've seen this far, please hit the thumbs up and thank you for watching. By now, you would appreciate the difficulty of driving in Grenada. Narrow roads, bumpy roads, potholes, and you have the occasional bad drivers.
Things that you wouldn't believe. I was lost until I found that I'm invincible. Nobody gonna bring me down. Here we go.
Forgive me if I get the names incorrect, but yes, as we journey along here, we get to this junction and the road that leads to the left, as you see the Land Rover is going, that takes you to Willis and into Annadale Waterfall. And this road here leads to Vendome, which eventually takes us to the entrance to Etang.
Invincible.
I've seen things that you wouldn't believe. I was lost until I found that I'm invincible. Nobody gonna bring me down. Here we go.
Interesting to know that the area of Vietnam has a lot of ground movements, folding and faulting. I think that's due to the tectonic plates movement beneath the surface. Grenada is a volcanic island, therefore we have a lot of mountains, forest, and rainfall. And as we are in a tropical climate, we have lovely weather.
My hope was fading away. I'm not gonna make it to the end of the day. I was lost until I found.
Right at this area, we have a rainbow tree. You should check it out. It's very beautiful. Granatang Forest was named after the caldera, the crater lake that is found at the peak of the mountain. This area is a forest reserve, therefore it is prohibited for logging and hunting in this area. From now on, we ascend the hill and you can see the vast forest and the ferns that lines the banks of the road. We are now at 1,910 feet above sea level, and now we have entered St. Andrew. Us Grenadians won't be amused by roller coaster rides. As you can see, the roads are filled with troughs and hills and very curvy. At this plateau, the mona monkey usually comes to visit the tourists. You can also visit Mount Qua Qua from the Gangatang Lake entrance. On the left, there is the entrance to Gangatang Lake, the caldera. On the right, there is one of the entrances to St. Margaret's Seven Sisters Fall. The road is very bumpy, hence the shakiness of the camera. The ride may feel for a long time, but it is the shortest way from St. George to St. Andrew to get to Grenville. We are now approaching the last two falls of Seven Sisters. That's the entrance on the right. You can walk about 30 minutes to get to the last two falls. At this point you can pull over and have a beautiful view of the mountain ranges. As you descend this slope, you will soon be coming across the entrance to Adelphi and Gangadee area. Adelphi is waterfall and Gangadee has several pools. On the right, there is a road that leads to St. James. The road on the left takes you to Monlung and Belvidere, and also to Castine Falls. Yes guys, we're finally here. The road on the left takes us to Bylands and Bull Hill. We're gonna travel across Bull Hill to take us to Clocher and then go around Belvidere back to St. Andrews. My family used to travel along this road to visit our relatives in St. John's and also to attend general congregation at Shepherd School. So we used to use this road as a means of shortcut. What I love about this road is very scenic. You get to see the beautiful mountain ranges, the farmlands, nutmegs, cocoa, bananas, and there was a specific location that has a mami apple tree. If you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I know it's been a long one, but it's to show you the drive in Grenada and to show you the sceneries we have as we drive. For now, I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It was in my secondary school days when my father and I had taken a walk from Grenville to Qua using this road. There he taught me about a little history about the place, Fedon's rebellion against the British, and how he used to traverse this road in his younger age every day to get to Grenville. There used to be a Janet house along this road. It was called a Janet house because it was built around Janet time, the hurricane. I believe this house was built in 1950s and it survived Hurricane Ivan, a category 4. This great tree in front of us is a mammy apple tree. I do not know the scientific name for it, but that's what we call it as locals. It has a very nice fruit that you can make a jam, a sweet, lovely tasting jam. Yes, so we are at a point where there is a spring. Oops. So that's a spring I used to go all the time to collect water with my father back in the days. But I think today I'll be disappointed. What is this? There's literally no water running. That used to be a heavy spring before. I mean, not in the dry season, so I don't get it. So it probably blocked or something like that. So I'm assuming the pipe is probably blocked higher up because there is water coming down the stream. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't collect some water today. Fresh, clean water. So that's the end of Bull Hill. I don't know the exact name of that area, but here is the junction. The one straight ahead leads to Belvidere, Pasture Closure, then Belvidere, and the one on the right takes you to St. John's to go up. This area also feels like it's a caldera, or like Granatan Lake, you know, a crater lake, because you see the surrounding hills. There are surrounding hills, and then there's this flat area here, and there's this mount, a round dome, which is covered by the trees there. So it feels like we're in an extinct volcano. That's my little observation. I'm not a geologist, but yes. Coming up on the right, that's one of the entrances you can take to go to Fredon's camp. It was in 2017. A group of friends of mine, we went there, and we took about 3 hours one way and 3 hours back. It was very wet and sliding. So the journey was difficult to get to Fredon's camp, but it was very satisfying. Now, on the way back, I was the only person going to Grenville and the others were going to St. John's. So I took myself and tried to walk back to Grenville. So it was very peaceful. It was around about 4 p.m. that day. It was a lovely nature walk in the cool evening breeze. I was now observing how beautiful it was as I normally traverse that area in a vehicle. Now it was just me alone, so I was just enjoying the walk, enjoying my own company, and getting to appreciate nature as it is. As you can see, the area is mainly farmlands and it's just no buildings around, just you and nature. So as I was enjoying the walk, I got to a point where I heard like shackles or chains moving in the bush. I know the area has wildlife, cattle or goats tied in the bush. So I shrugged it off and I wasn't bothered by it. But as I continued walking for about 100 meters, I noticed the same sound of the rattling of the chain continuing to walk along me in the bush in the distance, and it's keeping up pace with me. So I was wondering, how is that animal free? Is it not tied? And why is it following me? There were many things going through my head at the time, but I was trying to stay positive, and the sun was going down by the time, so it decided to get dark. So I decided to run. I literally ran to the bridge between Monlong and Belvidere, the entrance. It was getting dark and my imagination was running wild. I did not want to know what was there in the bush, so I ran. And I was by myself, no vehicles were traversing that day. So I ran, and bear in mind, we just did a 6-hour hike. So I was just jogging, almost sprinting back to Belvidere Bridge. I will show you the exact location where I started to run. So it was right here I heard the noises on the right side in the bush. And as I continued walking, the song was still continuing to follow me. And it was at this point I began running or sprinting. So yeah. And guys, I was not fit. It was the adrenaline and the fear that kept me running to the point where I show you where I got a ride. So I'm still running. It was getting dark, and as you can see, the road is not lit by any lights. There is no poles, so there is no light. So I ran and ran and ran. I didn't care if I've lost whatever was following me, but I needed to get out of there before it was too dark. As I approached this bend, I knew I was almost close to civilization, and it was just a few meters down where a pickup passed me and I plugged it down for a ride. I was so relieved I got to go home and relax. And now I can share the story with you. Straight ahead leads to Monlang, and that road, the bridge on the left, takes you back to Birch Grove on the right and back to Grenville on the left. So right here, the river, if you follow this river, it takes you to Castine waterfall, and this area is called Castine, I believe. Do not slaughter me for this. So we are now coming to an end to the great journey. We've got to see Etang, Bull Hill and Belvidere. At the start of the video, the gas tank was full, and now I will show you it is now quarter tank. Each quarter is about 2 gallons, and therefore I only use 2 gallons to travel 42 miles. That's amazing. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.